Welcome back to the JSFL. We are here in week 8 on our Monday night primetime game where the 5-2 Kansas City Wind host the 6-1 leaders of the league, LA Earthquake. And we go to Kansas City for the start of the game and the pregame. Should be a good one on our hands. Ah, dang it. Probably have to shut off. But this should be a good game as it's pretty highly anticipated Monday night primetime game. As LA trying to keep the best team in the league by going 7-1, but Kansas City kind of finding that wild card area too against New Orleans because they kind of need this win too. But they have to go against a really good opponent, and if they drop this against the LA Earthquake, they could possibly be out of the playoffs. They could possibly be out of the playoff picture. But for the Earthquake, if they drop this, they'll be in the wild card because the Natives, even though they almost lost to the Pirates, they still won, so they're still in the picture. But this is a big game for both sides. One team would fall out if they lost, the other team fall to the wild card. We'll see what happens here in this primetime matchup between the 6-1 LA Earthquake and the 5-2 Kansas City Wind. And we get this kickoff started as we can see Carlos Young warming up as he's led his team to a pretty good start on the season. As we get to the later part of the season, he's hoping to make that stretch to go to the playoffs and go to the championship and win the first ever JSFL championship. But there's still a couple games till we get to that point. And he's going to try to keep his team on the top of the league in this game right here. This is no cakewalk, as Kansas City won't be playing fierce. But here's our kickoff as the LA Earthquake will start with the ball tonight. See what they do. And the kick is returned to the 26th. Now we see this LA Earthquake, and more importantly, Carlos Young's stats. 145 completions out of 196 attempts, 1,500 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Carlos Young, mediocre quarterback in this league. Their offense is pretty good, though. It ranks. We'll actually talk about that later when we get to see the offensive starters. I got first and 10, Young. Throwing this one that's caught and out of bounds at the 30. But now for talking about this LA Earthquake offense, it is number 6 in the league, not being too bad. A team you can really rely on this offense is Ross Williams, the number 1 halfback. He kind of carries this team on his back a little bit. In yards, this team is second for halfback. In offense, Carlos Young has 8th in yards, so on the bottom half. So they rely on the run offense a little bit on this team. On first, second, and 6. Oh, down goes Young. Chris Johnson, the right outside linebacker, come in for the sack and bringing the pain on Carlos Young early. So Johnson, let's look at that play real quick. He came on the edge, Young trying to evade it, but he came in there like a bullet, right past the defender. Let's see how many sacks Johnson has on the season. Chris Johnson has 2.5 sacks before this game, so that was third and a half sack for Johnson on the season. Third and 9 now for the LA Earthquake. Young. He's doing third and 9. Feeling pressure. He throws this one, and it's caught, but it will be short of the first down yard line. As Matthew Walker with that catch, but he can't stretch it on Otis Craig, who got the tackle there. Tries to push it upfield, but Craig was right on that one before Walker could do anything. And that leads to a 4th and 2, an early 3 and out for the Earthquake. And the punt is away, and we'll see how. Oh, fumbled, and it gets to the 20. As let's look at Joey Parker's stats. 133 completions out of 198 attempts, 1,587 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. As Joey Parker, not that bad. A little better than Carlos Young, I'd say. A little more yards and way more touchdown throws. LA's got a challenge. Wonder what they're challenging. I think they're challenging something on the fumble. It is the wins ball as whatever LA challenged. It's nothing. So LA loses a timeout on the half. As here's a 1st and 10 for the Wins offense. Parker. On 1st down, that's thrown in incomplete. As we can see, this Kansas City Wind offense, they rank 7th, right behind the Earthquake. And a noticeable player on this offense, I would say, is their number 1 wide receiver, Eric Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has been a pretty good number 1 wide receiver for the Wind this season. Let's look at some of his stats quick. After this play, 2nd and 10 for the Wind. Parker throws this one. That's caught a nice juke there, and that gets up for 7 yards. 3rd and 3 now. As that was Kurt Hammond, probably another noticeable player on this offense. But for Eric Fitzgerald, 28 catches, 252 yards, and 2 touchdown catches. As he has been the number 1 yards for the wide receiver corps. 3rd and 3 now for this offense. Parker hands it off to Rogers. Rogers gets plowed, and he goes nowhere. And that's a 4th and 3 now. As the Earthquake stop him. One of the players to get in there was Roland Lemus, one of the best players on this team and in the league. We're going to look at that defense later. As 2 3 and outs from both teams. As we get to see Kansas City punt now. The Earthquake will have no shot at it as they get this punt. Sheds off the tackle there. Oh, he's found him through on the sideline to the 40, 50. Oh, he's shoestring tackled at the 42. But nice punt return there. As the LA Earthquake will have a great starting field position. Shut up that first tackle, and then 2 people missed him, and he juked out another person. He was off. What a return for the Earthquake, is now they have a chance to get something going. See if they last time they did 3 run plays. Ross Williams, their number 1 back, hasn't even been used yet, and that's what their offense relies on. So, wonder when he will be used. First and 10 for the Earthquake. Young again. Throw this one out to Williams as he gets to the 39. As now we get to take a quick little glance at this defense for the Kansas City Wind. Erwin Badger, notable defensive tackle on the D line. William Torres, one of the best linebackers in the league, probably the best linebacker in the league. And for the secondary, I would look at Andy Sandoval. He's had a pretty good season. Watch out for those key players of the defense. And for the Wind, they have ninth defense in the league. It's not that good. Bottom half of the league. I would rank them a little higher, but I guess not. Ross Williams on 2nd and 7. Gets it 3 yards. And now it is a 3rd and 4 as another third down comes for this Earthquake team. Third and 4 now for the Earthquake. Young on 3rd down. Throws that one incomplete. That's his first incompletion tonight. And now it's 4th down. So the field goal team most likely coming out for the Earthquake now. Fourth and 4, the field goal attempt. This one, 54. The kick is up, and it is good. Nice long field goal. And those are our first points of the night. LA scores. Little close there, but it goes in. Now we get to Kansas City for their second drive out. Now we get the kick, and Kansas City with their shot. Maybe they get some points this time. Now we have a kick return. This one goes up to the 22. As Joey Parker and the offense come out again, we'll see what they do. First and 10 now for the Wind. Parker. First and 10. That one caught. Kurt Hammond with a nice catch up the middle. And we have a first down for the Wind. The first down of the night. As Joe Parker had the quick little catch for Kurt Hammond. Because I don't know how that tight end got open so quickly. Because he had some speed. Yet she has the most receiving yards on their team right now. Over 350. Joe Parker on 1st and 10. Fakes to Willie Rogers. Throw in this one. Caught. That's Eric Fitzgerald. As he gets his first catch of the night, and it's a first down. 19 yards on that first down. As Esteban Andre, the safety, to get the tackle. Fitzgerald is facing Tyler Holmes tonight. That'll be his corner. As these two are evenly matched, in my opinion. We'll see which person comes out dominant. Will Eric Fitzgerald get some open catches, or Holmes shut him down? So far, that was one catch. But we have a 1st and 10 now as they're marching down the field. Parker feeling pressure. He's down. Roland Levis. That's his 15th sack of the season. And he is the sack leader in the league, and he keeps on rumbling as that is number 15 on the season. Watch him fly in there. Parker had almost no time to think before he flew in there. That's 15.5 actually. 2nd and 20 now as they get pushed back a bit. Parker throwing this one caught as he gets hit at the 42. But now we get to see this defense on the line. Obviously, Roland Lem's being the sack leader on this linebackers. Mario Reese, good, very good, dominant linebacker. And on the secondary, to be honest, this is a group that works really well together. As they are the third best defense in the league. That secondary, they're always picking off balls as they have been working in sync, or if they're passing, deflecting, or they're picking it off. They work in sync. 3rd and 15 now. As we'll see what Parker and the offense do here. Parker, 3rd and 15. This one to Willie Rogers' screen. Rogers trying to find some room as he gets hit at the 33 and he's out of bounds. 4th and 6 as the screen couldn't get them far enough. Got them far, but not enough. As the Wind might have to try for a field goal here. As Rogers hit to the outside, his blockers did pretty well, but couldn't get anywhere after that. Now we have a field goal. This one, 50 yards. A little bit less than what the Earthquake had, but this one, not good. As we turned over to the Earthquake as a long field goal by the long field goal doesn't work for the Wind. Now the Earthquake gonna try to add some points to that lead of theirs. First and 10 at the 40-yard line. See what they do here. Swing it past to Williams. Williams trying to find some room. Oh, he gets tackled by the arm. Gets it to the 50. Now it's 2nd and inches. If he didn't get tackled by the arm, that one could have broke big. Second and inches now. That one gets up to the 49. On Pagan to get the tackle there. First and 10 now at the 49. Young hands it off to Williams. Williams. That one gets to the 44s. That's 5 yards. Walter Hill, the middle linebacker, to get the tackle there. Second and 5, Young with the wide receiver screen. Kind of works there, first and down. And it gets to the 29, Albert Moore. Another catch for him on the season. As he got some nice yards there. As he's this team's #1 wide receiver. He's up against Andy Sandoval. A lot of people think Moore will win that #1 wide receiver versus corner matchup. He's predicted to win against Sandoval and get some nice catches today. Oh, flag. I think LA jumped. Yes, false start on the offense as someone on the old line jumped. Zimmerman. It'll be first and 15 now, as that complicates things a little for the Earthquake here. First and 15. Let's see what they do here. Big hand up to Williams. Young. Run out of time. Throws this one deep. Contested. Oh, he drops it. Had it in his hands. I'm surprised that one didn't get picked up. This secondary didn't jump on that one. That could have been picked. But if it doesn't get picked up, why don't you catch that? He had it in his hands. 5 rush, 5 pass. Pretty consistent offense so far. This one. Rush, and that's going nowhere. Williams stopped right before he even got started. That one, Chris Johnson. Get in there and stop that one. 3rd and 18 now. It's going to be hard for the Earthquake to pull off a gain here. Johnson rocks Williams right there. 3rd and 18. Let's see what they do here. This one, Young. Throwing, caught. He needs to make some room, and he does not. Gets stopped 3 yards ahead of this line of scrimmage. And Moore was the one to get that. Martinez, the free safety, shut it down. It's nice to see the free safety coming out of his spot like that and stopping the short play. Moore's trying to turn upfield, and Martinez saw what was happening. That should be a relatively decently easy field goal for the Earthquake, as this one is 49 yards, actually. It's kind of hard. This one, oh, it's blocked. Kansas City wouldn't get to it. He has some room. He's running fast down the sideline. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Kansas City win. Chris Johnson already wreaking havoc in this game. He had a sack, and now the fumble recovery for a touchdown on the blocked field goal. As that one puts the win on the board. Who thought this Ninth defense would score first? I think this defense is underrated. And that's one of the plays why I think this win team is really good, in my opinion. What even are they in turnovers? Let's look at their older things. Solo tackles, they are 10th. Sacks, 5th. So they're actually pretty good in sacking the quarterback. And the extra point is good, by the way. Turnovers, they are 8th. So they're not that good in turnovers, but as we just saw, that was a turnover. So, good job by the Wind. As now the Earthquake are down after that blocked field goal kick for a TD. This one, game returned up to the 25. Almost got stripped there. But Carlos Young in the offense will have another shot. First and 10 now for the Earthquake. Here's a fake. Nice play by the Earthquake. That's a pass, and Salvador Jacobs, I'm pretty sure, hauled that one in. First and 10 now. That's 58 total yards for this offense now. Yes, that is No, Sylvester, not Salvador. Sylvester Jacobs to haul it in. And Danny Tucker, strong safety, put him down. First and 10. Young hands this off to Williams. Williams hit a little above the goal line, and that's is the end of the first quarter. LA Earthquake 3, Kansas City win 7. Kansas City fighting for their lives in the playoff picture. If they don't win this, that could mean something bad for the team, as New Orleans would rule the division. If they don't win this game, they're out of the picture. Second and 7, Young throwing this one, caught. Sylvester Jacobs again. Guess that one. His second catch of the night, and second catch of the drive. Otis Cragg to get a tackle. First and 10. Young here on first and 10. He's running out of time. There's Erwin Badger into the backfield. He throws it downfield. Batted down. Almost intercepted. Could have been intercepted again. That's Young's second time trying to go deep. But that's batted down as it was in double coverage, it looks like. Because now we have second down. Second and 10. Young felt the pressure. He's lucky he didn't get sacked there. Second and 10 now. Young. Throwing this one caught. That's Williams. 6 yards, and now it's third and 4. Young's 70% in his first 10 passes. That's White. Third and 4 here. Young looking. That one's batted down. And now it is fourth and 4. As, who knows, this could be a really long field goal. As there was 2 receivers there, but he threw it kind of towards the defense. William Torres was on that one. I think if he threw it to the underneath man, that could have been first down, but we'll never see it. Oh, they're putting the punt team on for this one. I think it's too long for the field goal kicker, so I'm going to put the punt team on. Punt is away, and this is going to be spotted. Referee calls it 7. So inside the 10, this Kansas City drive will start. No offensive points, but the defense has got points for Kansas City. Let's see what they do now on offense. See if they use Willie Rogers, who's only been used once, and that wasn't very well. He was one of the upcoming stars in the league, but now he's kind of fell. I think he still has a spot in the MVP race, but it's not very high. Yes, he does. Willie Rogers, number 7. Tied with Ross Williams, actually. So these two are neck and neck, actually, in the ratings. First and 10. To run, and that one goes 2 yards. Yeah, I can do this. My bad. Parker, second and 9. Throwing, that one caught, as it takes a lot of people to get him down. I think that's Kurt. Yes, that's Kurt Hammond with the catch. The big tight end is still fighting to the very end. First and 10 now. 7:37 in the second quarter. Parker, First and 10. That one caught and out of bounds. Only 1 yard in the game they're going to call it. And that's Eric Fitzgerald with the catch. 2 receptions for him, 20 yards. As his first catch was 19. 7:33 and stuck on the second quarter. I didn't see the offensive breakdown there, but 2nd and 9. Hand off to Rogers. Rogers cuts back, and that's a bad move. 3 rushes for Rogers, -1 yards. Not been good for him so far, as this LA Earthquake defense is shutting down a bit. Third and 11, big spot here for the win. Throwing this one, caught. Can you get to there? Oh, it's fumbled. Picked up by an offensive lineman to the 27. Threw that one. It was caught by Rogers, but he fumbled there. That's Rod. I think that was. I can see the name from the offensive lineman, but nice save there by the wind. As it's 4th and 3, as the LA Earthquake might have nice field possession here, especially if they get a decent return like they did last time. The field goal inside their own 20-yard line. And this one will be taken in from the 15, so nice punt there. But he will take it up to the 25. They'll start this drive. That was actually a really good punt by the defense there. The person who had that big return was actually Andrew Carter, so I just saw the name. And then it's the same number, so. Here goes our Ross Williams. 6 rushes, 18 yards so far today, so he's averaging 3 a carry. He's hoping to get a lot more yards than that, but we'll see how he's used on this drive. First and 10 now for the Earthquake. Williams on 1st and 10. Running, gets stopped at the 30-yard line. Ross Williams, 7 rushes, 22 yards. That was a nice push for him on that play. 2nd and 6 as that was Walter Hill to get the tackle. Second and 6. Young throwing. This one caught on the swing to the back. And that's about a 5-yard gain. No, 4. 3rd and 2, they're going to call it. That was Ross Williams getting his 3rd catch of the night. 3rd and 2 now here for the LA Earthquake. Let's see what they do here. 2 plays so far involving Ross Williams, so do they go pass or run here? It's been 12 pass, 8 rush for the offense. So they've been kind of on the pass. But here's a swing to Williams as he gets hit in the backfield, and that's dropped. That was a great play for Otis Craig. He's the 3rd string corner's been all over the field tonight. As that was a failed block as Williams didn't have much time to do anything. And now it's 4th and 7. As that was a nice drive there by the Kansas City defense. And you gotta remember, this is the 9th best defense in the league, so maybe they're showing up today. Oh, and it's another blocked punt! This one a punt. And that one, touchdown again! Another special teams touchdown for the Kansas City Wind. They bring the pain on the punt return, and it proves out. Wow. What a play. I'll see who that is in just 1 second here. Andy Sandoval gets the touchdown there. That was a great play by him. Madden will take it over on third quarter, but it has been very interesting now to see this defense of games so far we've had, and did not seem to think this, I did not seem to think the special teams would be this good tonight. Now they PAT again for the win, and this one up, and it is good. So 2 special teams touchdowns for the Kansas City win, and they're winning 3-14. The kick is away, and we have a little over under 5 minutes left in this first half. The kick return. Carter shakes off one and gets it up to the 23, as that's where this earthquake drive will begin. This defense for the Kansas City has been pretty good. As here we see special teams a bit. That's the first field goal taken by Chris Johnson. And this one, nice block there, and that was Andy Sandel to scoop and score on that play. That's been great special teams here for Kansas City. First and 10 here for the earthquake. 4:48 left in the first half. Young. This one thrown, caught on the Matthew Walker on this one. Makes it out to the 32. Second and 1 now for the earthquake. As Matthew Walker's 2 receptions, 16 yards. Sandoval with the tackle after just having that recovery for the touchdown. Throwing this one caught. Not enough speed to outrun the defense, but that's a pretty good gain there for the earthquake. As that was Albert Moore working in from the slot, and that was a nice catch. The big man couldn't run away from the small little defensive players, but good play there on first down. Now LA kind of cruising here. Let's see what they do here. Williams running to the top of the screen. Young on first and 10. Blitz coming heavy. Throwing. This one caught. Jacobs. Sylvester Jacobs on that catch. First and 10 at the 31 as LA is really getting a hold on this drive. Young. First and 10. He's launching for the end zone. Out of his hands again. As Kansas City can keep jumping on these, but they're not. And no picks have been happening yet. As that's his 3rd shot downfield, but no catches or interceptions either. Second and 10 now for the earthquake. Young, fake off to Williams. Play action, that one, oh, hit out of his hands. That was a nasty hit by the wind. And now it's 3rd and 10. 2:57 left in the first half. As we're getting down here to the final minutes of the half. 3rd and 10. Let's see what the earthquake do here. Young, on 3rd down. Throwing, this one caught. That's Moore. Nice catch there by Albert Moore, and that moves the chains. 4 catches, 56 yards now for Moore on this day. Martinez shot in there to try to take him down. Got his and tripped him up, so he fell. First and 10, and first and goal actually now for the Earthquake. Let's see what they do here on the first red zone opportunity. Flag. Offense has a false start, and that's actually gonna move him back. But let's see now what the LA Earthquake does on their first red zone opportunity. It's gonna probably have to be some passing plays. Earthquake head coach not happy about that one, but it's gonna have to take some probably passing plays. Unless Williams does really good in this play here. First and goal now for the Earthquake. Let's see what they do. Hand off to Williams. Williams running. And that's a touchdown. Ross Williams and the LA Earthquake score the first touchdown of the night for the offense. As I was saying, they weren't going to use the run game, but Ross Williams shot in like a bullet. I wasn't sure if it was a touchdown or not, but they say it is. As Howard in the, I don't know if that was a touchdown. I don't think it was, but we'll see if Kansas City challenges. They're not going to challenge. And that's a touchdown, I guess. Extra point is up, and it is good. That scoring drive. 7 plays, 82 yards, and 2 minutes and 26 seconds off the clock. There's Ross Williams, the 14-yard rush for the TD. That was a nice scoring drive. They played quick on that one. Now the kick is away, and let's see what Kansas City does. They're going to take this one out. Taking it out to the 25, they'll mark it. And they have a little over 2 minutes to try to make a scoring drive their own for the win. Now Parker and the offense coming out to see what they can do. They haven't had to score anything. Their defense is their special teams have done all the work in defense for them, but they'd hope to think they can score. First and 10 for the win now. Parker hands this one off. Rogers sheds off a tackle, and he gets that one out to the 33. 4 rushes, 7 yards for Willie Rogers. That's pretty slow start to this game so far for him. Claude Copeland for his first tackle of the night. This will run us down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this first half. Kansas City win 14. LA Earthquake 10. The 5-2 win are having the lead here, mostly due to special teams, but they're winning against the best team in the league right now. Record-wise. This one screen on 2nd and 2, and that was incomplete. Parker's first 10 passes of the game, 80% pass completion. Pretty good. That was the second incomplete pass of the night, but otherwise he's been pretty good on the pass completion. Third and 2 now for Parker. This one, another screen. Willie Rogers breaks this one free a little as he gets it to the 50-yard line. As Parker has 100 passing yards now in the game. Willie Rogers, nice play there. That's 1/3 of Rogers' yards. 1/3 of Parker's yards have come from Rogers. He almost broke that one open for a touchdown. But he still had the safety to go through. Now they're at the 50. Still a little time to go and through all 3 timeouts, so LA has to play some D. They don't want them to score. Parker, first down. Throwing this one, that's caught. I think he was Pass the sticks. They're gonna say yes, first down. That's a nice play there by the Wind. That was Tracy Davis, the second string receiver on that catch. For his first catch of the night. 10 yards in the first. Now at the 40. A little over a minute to play in the quarter. And in the first half. Parker throwing this one. That is caught at the 36, and they use their first timeout. Up by 4, they're going to try to make that at least 7, or maybe they try to make it 11. How bad? Second and 6. This one caught. And he gets it out to the 33. We're going to call that one. And now it is a 3rd and 2. As we see what the Wind can do here. Third and 2. Let's see what the Wind do here. 55 seconds left in the quarter. / half. Parker feeling the blitz a little. That one knocked out of his hands. Incomplete. 51 seconds left in the game. One timeout, and it's forced down. See if they're aggressive here. Or do they take their points and go by a touchdown? Had in his hands, but it was knocked out. Davis was the receiver. I think Andre was the second person that hit. Kind of loosen up the ball there, and Littlefield did the done job. He took the final hit out of the 3 to Davis. 4th and 2, they're going to send the field goal team out. Will it be a field goal, though? Yes, it will. Almost blocked by LA. And that one, no good. They try the field goal, and that one is no good. As LA maybe has a shot to get some points. Almost blocked, and then it hits the crossbar. That's sad. So they've tried 2 field goal attempts, none of them successful. It's 10 now. It's 46. Young. Throwing. That one caught. More. Gets it up to the Wind 46. 176 total yards allowed by this defense of the Kansas City Wind. 130 of those passing. And Albert Morris 70 of those yards. Martinez with the tackle. Young now on 1st and 10. Let's see what they do with the offense. Young. 1st and 10. This one throw. Deep sideline catch. That's caught. Out of his first 20 passes for Young is 14. So only missing 6. And 70% still. He's been consistent. In his first 10 he was 70%. In his first 20, still 70%. That was a nice sideline catch, I might add. That was Patrick Patterson for his first catch of the day for 25 yards in the first. And especially in a good time. Now 21, right outside the edge of the red zone. 1 timeout and 36 seconds left. Young on 1st and 10. Throwing this one, swing out to Williams. Williams embracing for the impact and only gets a yard. See if they use the timeout here. Williams, 14 yards out of his 4 receptions. Young gets the tackle. They used the timeout, 16 seconds left to go. Did they go for this one? Trying to get some more yards, maybe a touchdown, or did they go for the field goal and go down by one going into half. They're going to try for the field goal, playing it safe. And the field goal is good, as we'll let Madden take over for a bit now.
Back to a one-point game now as the kickoff goes. He's fielded at the 2. We'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. Something that feels somewhat safe that might actually turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go for
Michaels, because why not?
because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
This is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. One thing, hitting with something else.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But a guy like him, you and I both know, just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 8.
Offenses love get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Song shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34, getting up for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
34 now. Here's first and 10. Give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Down.
Second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. The target incomplete. So it appears they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up themselves in this one?
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands first and 10. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things get started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
Script coming up.
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. It's kind of a starter or opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stay with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Second and 11. Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I like how they went with the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. It finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So for Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And they give this time to the tailback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33.
Give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
Now the drag, that could be your safety valve we saw right there.
Yeah, they picked up a 1st down for them, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. But this one winds up to be incomplete. A young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get it behind the line.
It was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Defense, understanding the game, understanding positioning, tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. We just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Badgley now for the Charger field goal. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. Badgley's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. Field goal now in the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it on.
Team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in after 1. And they'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had a punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. Come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That's complete. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because it should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Give it here to his running back. Behind the line, and his run continues. 5 yards on the carry. Good pick up on first down.
A major focus in the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Not to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Goes down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play in the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. It says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there.
Not one that I've ever met.
It's on the right side here. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
That old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough hill for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Others like to play even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A Bucks with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. To throw. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down before they're spotting that football. It's going to be a foot or so short.
Big strike. But that completion had a really great range. What do we have now? 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Ty Longdown. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
The pitcher gets a base hit.
Alright, I am back, and 16-14, so not much change since I was left. As you guys should know if you've been watching what teams which. Oh, I don't have to tell you that it was like Tampa Bay's Kansas City, because you should know. By this point in the year, second and 10 now for the win. This is going to be the final play of the quarter, but there'll be one more. Out of Parker's first 20 passes, 14 for 20, so he's up, down this game low. Instead of throwing 2, he completes throwing 4 and completes in these 10. So he's 70% just like Carlos Young was. 10 rush, 20 pass, so it's a very heavy pass offense, I guess. Gerald gets signaled to the slot. Here's Parker on 3rd and 10. Rolling the Lemus to get in their first third sack of the night and 16.5 of the season. No, 17.5 of the season, that'd be. Geez, she could end the season off on 30 sacks. That'd be unbelievable. Fourth and 17 now, because the wind will most likely punt this or field. No, I forgot where they are in the field. So yeah, I think it's punt. Yeah, it's punt. So now on 4th and 17, the punt team comes on for Kansas City as this one in the air. Let's see what they do on this return. Trying to spin is harder, but he gets it to the 35. As LA will have a pretty good start on this drive. They have the lead now. Let's see if they can stretch their lead a bit. Kansas City offense is still no points. It's all been special teams. The Kansas City team needs to fight desperately for their playoff lives. Sick right now. Season's a little far from over, but they're still fighting for the picture. Ross Williams on 1st and 10. Breaking tackles. He's still on his feet. Williams fighting so much up to the 48. 16 rushes, 60 yards, and he's averaging 3.7 per carry right now. Williams, what a play on that one. Shutting out how many tackles there. And kept his bounce, but if he could have got his bounce quicker, that one definitely could have went for the end zone. He's just going through the pack. Young, Craig, you see White in that one. And that was just a part of the play. He's still chugging along in the 4th quarter. Here's Williams running this one, stopped at 46. There's only 2 yards coming out of that play. They're stopped pretty much at the line. 2nd and 8 now. They do here. Young throwing this one out. And that is caught. 200 yards now for Young in the passing game. Sylvester Jacobs, 36 yards. And Young gets a tackle. Carlos Young. The other Young. Third and 7. Young. Throwing that one incomplete. Batted down. And now it is 4th and 7. As it gets stopped in the middle of the field. It'll most likely come from a punt. Within 7 now. This one will be over the end zone and will start at the 20-yard line for this Kansas City win drive. So they have scored no points on offense, not a field goal, not a touchdown. And they're only down by 2 thanks to their special teams. So Parker in the offense, you gotta do something here. They haven't scored for 3 quarters. As you can see, this is one of the top 3 defenses they're getting shut down by. Me personally think it's one of the best defense possibly, but the other 2 are really good too. 1st and 10, this one, Rogers going up to the 28 he gets up to. 2nd and 2 now as he has 29 yards, so pretty quiet game here with Rogers. Ahmed Littlefield attacked him. This one, Parker gets swallowed up. This one completes as he gets to the 45. 6 catches, 72 yards now for Kurt Hamilton today. Spawn Andre to get him down again. Incomplete on 2nd and 10. On 1st and 10. Now it's 2nd down and 10. 7 minutes left. Well, 6 minutes, 59 seconds left to go in the game as the Kansas City Wind have the ball. So now let's see what they do here. High snap. Rogers outside. Trying to make this one a play, and he's juking, and he gets hit pretty hard there, and now it's 3rd and 2, and a 38-yard gain by Rogers. See if they run this one or they pass. Mario Reese, the right outside linebacker, put that hit on Rogers. 3rd and 2. Looking more run formation when they did on starting player pass. This one, Rogers running. That's a 1st down. Stretches that one, and the Wind has a 1st down. Steve Stewart, the defensive tackle, with the tackle. First and 10 now. Throwing this one caught. Can he get there? No. Stopped at the 3. Too slow to get into the end zone, but that's a big play for the Wind as they have their first red zone opportunity, and that was Alan Simmons, the 4th string wide receiver that got that far open. What a catch there by Simmons, but just not fast enough to get into the end zone. That would have been the play of his year. Take the lead against the number 1 team in the league at the moment. 3-yard in the first and goal for the night for the Wind. Let's see what they do here. Parker First and goal. This one swung out as he gets hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. That was Kurt Hammond for his 7th catch and 73 yards of the night. Mike Carter, the corner on that one. Second and goal now. Let's see if they're looking at a little bit more run formation now. Second and goal. This one. Rogers hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage again. Third and goal now. 2 plays, no yards. That was Roland Levis to shut that one down. Trying to get around with Lems come from the outside, and he was not going to let Rogers in for that extra yard or touchdown. Now they have a third and goal to they do end this situation. Third and goal, 4:26 left in the game. This is a big situation. Parker throwing this one swung out, needs to get some room, nowhere. Swallowed up at the 6 behind the line. That one, Andrew Carter, or maybe Mike Carter, I don't know. Mike Carter gets that one in the corner. And now we have a 4th and goal as the field goal team will most likely come out. A great red zone stand by this LA Earthquake team. Field goal will take the lead, but all the field goal attempts for the win tonight have been nothing. All missed. And this one is good as they get their first offensive points of the night, and it puts them in the lead by 1. So LA Earthquake have 16, and now Kansas City have 17. Win take the lead by 1 with that field goal. But now the Earthquake will have a chance with their 6th offense in the league to try to get the points on this Nash defense. Best part of the team of today, the Kansas City wins team, has been special teams. Let's see what they do on this special teams play. They force anything. Mike Carter is the one returning. The kick away. See what they do here. Taking in at the 1. Gets it up to the 23, they're going to call it. And they have some way to go. 3 minutes 47. So 2-1 and 3 timeouts. So plenty of time for this LA Earthquake team. Well, let's see what they do here.
Fuel.
23. That's a 23. Let's see what they do here on 1st and 10. Young throwing this one out to Williams. Williams gets it up for 9 yards. 21 for 30. In his 30 passes, he's got 21 of those. That's around 67 or 68%. So he's dropped a tiny bit, but not too much. He's been dropping a little over the game, but not much at all. See what Young does here on 2nd inches. Did they go with the run play? He's plenty fine. Here's Williams. 2nd inches. He gets the first down and more. Up to the 42. As he has 72 yards, 18 rushes, and a touchdown. This has been a very good game for him as he averages 4 yards per carry. That one stretches for a first down. And the Earthquake still plenty of time, so they can still use running plays. Under 3 minutes now left to go in the game. The Earthquake only down by 1. They're at their 42. Young, 1st and 10. Feeling a little bit of pressure, throws this one, and that's out of bounds. Second and 10, been a higher pass offense. 19 still rush. Young throwing this one. Matthew Walker getting the first down up to the 47 of the Kansas City Wins. 306 total yards for for LA. And Walker has 34 yards on the day now, 4 receptions. Possibly his best game of the season with the fourth string. Let's let you take a quick glance at the stats in second year. Little over 2 minutes left to go in the game. Young here on 1st and 10. Throwing this one. Contested, that's dropped. But for Matthew Walker, 32 receptions, 373 yards, and 0 touchdowns. Never mind, he's actually been pretty good on the season. My bad. He's the most catches, actually. 2nd and 10 now. Young throwing this one. That's caught. Caught by Williams, but 2-1 comes at 3rd and 5. LA Earthquake, 16. Kansas City wins 17. Got to 42, so it would be a really long field goal from here. Be around 60 yards, or late 50s. But it's not what they're gunning for here. Still 2 minutes and 3 timeouts. Let's see what the Earthquake does here. 3rd and 5. Young, big play. This one incomplete. Nice stand there by the Wind defense. And the Earthquake have a really interesting decision here. That one he was looking for Patrick Peterson, but he could not hold on. Little pressure there, but it's manageable for Patterson to haul that one in. He actually had that one. He should have caught that. Otis Craig took a little pressure on him, but I think he could have got that one if he tried harder. I would have been looking for more in that play, but they're going to try the large field goal attempt. Kansas City still in a defensive formation that's not field goal, but here's the field goal. This one, no good. So they turn it over on downs with less than 2 minutes. And the Wind have the lead, and they could just run out this clock with Rodgers. They have a big, but it's going to be hard because they're facing the 3rd best defense, and they only have 3 points. And those 3 points only came in this quarter. But as we saw at the field goal, the defense might be wearing down a bit. But let's see what they do here. Willie Rodgers only has a little under 40 yards on this game, so interesting decision. Can the LA Earthquake keep them from getting a 1st down and try to have another chance? 0 timeouts. About to see. 1st and 10, not even a heavy run formation with 3 receivers on the field and the tight end. Rodgers makes a cut. That's a 1st down. What a run. As LA uses their 1st timeout. But if they give another one, pretty much game over for them. They're in field goal range now. It'd be a long field goal, which I don't think they'd make, but if they give them any closer, it is actually manageable. Mike Carter with the tackle that time, they're going to credit to. And a passing offense, but they're going to try to run it out the clock. Here's Rodgers again. Rodgers trying to truck for the 1st. He gets stopped a yard short. As it was Rodgers against a defensive linebacker, I'm pretty sure. And he was trying his hardest not to let Rodgers have the yards. 2nd and 1 is I was Gregory Griffin against the world on that play. Second and 1. If they let this play happen, that's probably the game. Parker on 2nd and 1. Throwing. This one. Caught. 1st down. Kurt Hammond getting the extra yard. As the Wind get creative, and that's a 1st down. That most likely shut down the Earthquake. They have 0 timeouts, and all Kansas City has to do is run out the clock now. Kneels, and this should be over. 3 kneels, and that should be over. That should be the game. But they're not in the kneel formation. They might run out some more clock. Maybe they're greedy. They're going to give it to Rodgers. Rodgers stopped at the 23. 61 yards on Rodgers on the end of the game, so he gets a little more to end out his stats to pad him up a little bit. So LA's defense kind of shut down in the very end. They were looking strong for the first 3 quarters, but when it meant the most, they couldn't get it done. So it's still not a kneel formation, but they've just been running up the clock. So here is Rodgers again as he gets 69 yards now, almost to 70. There's one more play in that game. They're probably going to nail this one out, I would guess, from the Nancy few. Because they're up to 15 now. Close game, but the special teams really did the win help in this game. It would have been all LA all the way if the special teams didn't show up. Now it's 18 seconds, it's one kneel down, and this game's over. And there it is. So the LA Earthquake goes 6-2, and the Kansas City Wind does the same. And Seattle will be the best team in the league again coming next week, even though they almost lost to the Pirates. But good game. Kansas City keeps them in the playoffs probably. And for LA, they might actually fall out of the playoff picture now. That's actually a possibility, I think. Yeah, that's a possibility. There's 4 teams 6-2 now this week. Because I have to do the stats still and everything, but there's 4 teams 6-2. Kansas City Wind, LA Earthquake, New Orleans Musician, and Phoenix Gale Monsters. All 4 of those teams. There's 2 wild card spots and 2 in the hunt spots. So 2 of those teams that are 6-2 will go in the wild card, 2 of them will go in the hunt. So we'll see which teams have the better stats, and those will be the 2 teams in the wild card. But LA has to go from best team in the league to fighting for their stance in the playoff picture now. But we'll see that in the podcast. But thank you for joining, and I'll see you guys on Thursday night. Well, I'll see you guys at the podcast.